Hey there. I had court today. It was rough, actually. But I don't know the results because the commissioner took everything under commission, or yeah, what did she call it? Submission. Yeah, submission, not commission. I'm thinking money. Yeah. But yeah, submission. I was able to show evidence, as far as videos, pictures, police reports. Um, I don't know how it's going to turn out. I really don't, because when the commissioner takes things under submission, that means it can take a while before you know. So, um, yeah, but it was very, very nerve wracking. And actually, I had to have John Matteson just keep him out of my view while I was trying to talk to the judge because he's very disturbing. And afterwards, I had the bailiff escort me out to my car, which was a good thing because, he had tried to run me off the road after the last court date back in June. Um, but as fate would have it, yeah, the bailiff's walking me out to my car. I'm coming around the front, and he's in his truck, and he's parked right there behind my car. And then he sees us, the bailiff and me, and takes off. So I don't know. Maybe he was just going to yell something rude, but like I said, just him in the room is very difficult. That's why I do have a restraining order against him. But yeah, it was rough. So I already know that no matter what, the commissioner is not going to award me any compensation regarding him keying up my car because, my insurance did take care of that. But I still wanted to make sure that he had keyed up my car because it definitely shows a course of conduct of his malicious actions, towards me. And, she did see the video of him destroying my retaining wall and him saying he's doing it just because he wants to. Yeah. To me, he clearly has no remorse and no moral compass. And Linda Crossnow, his friend, who I also have a restraining order against, my next door neighbor, she wasn't holding a gun to his head when she told him to do things. And he's the grown adult, right? He knows how to say no. But clearly like I said, he tried running me off the road. He keyed up my car. He tore up my retaining wall. He sawed off portions of my fence in the front yard. I'll see him outside, like when I'm leaving the dentist, outside my job, inside stores. Just, I'm not related to him. I'm not in a relationship with him. I've never spoken any words to him other than quit destroying my property. So yeah, like I said, I'm hoping somehow, some way, the commissioner understood that he needs to be held liable, and I should be compensated for the last 2 years of dealing with all this stress. It's going to cost a lot to replace that retaining wall. A lot. Not to mention I'm going to have to remove the entire fence because, the retaining wall is 10 inches that way on the property line. So in order to even rebuild that retaining wall, I've got to remove the wrought iron fence. And I'm not going to do any of that if I think this guy is still going to keep destroying the property, right? So, yeah, I don't know what the commissioner is going to decide. I was going to do a live because I got notice from TikTok that I can do a live now. But apparently it's going to take a while for me to do a live because I had to show my driver's license and take a picture to prove I'm over 18. And I'm like, well, just look at all these wrinkles. That should be easy enough. But no, I had to submit my driver's license, write a code on a piece of paper. It's pretty difficult to be able to go live. So I figured I'd just go ahead and just film it like this for right now. But I will hopefully be doing a live at some point, and that should be fun. I don't know. I just know that now that um, all the court dates are over with, hopefully I don't have any more at all this year, or next year either. It's been 7 years of court dates, proving what my neighbor has done to me, proving what her friends have done, going to the, you know, restraining order to get those, and then proving I never punched my neighbor when she claimed I punched her, so I had to disprove. It was proved, disproved, and then put a lien on her property. This whole thing for the last 7 years has taken a toll on me. It has, and I'm hoping that there's no more court dates because I want to get back to just living my life, without having to worry about legal paperwork and filing it and paying to file that paperwork. And yeah, enough money has been spent. If I can't prevent my neighbor and her friends from destroying my property, I guess I can at least tell myself I tried, right? But I do now have a restraining order in place against my neighbor, her friend John, and any of her future friends, future tenants. So hopefully that should be reason enough to quit harassing me, quit destroying my property, quit causing me grief. And, well, like I said, if not, well, then I guess I'll have to deal with it when I got to deal with it. But for right now, yeah, no more court dates. Woohoo! So that in itself is a win. And I get a little, I guess, break, right? I'm hoping it's going to be a long break. I hope I am done having to be at a courtroom for a long time. There's no reason I should have to go into a courtroom, much less against somebody that means absolutely nothing to me in my life, right? Like I said, it really has been stressful, but I'm ready to get back to having fun in my life and not have to deal with court dates and getting evidence collected to prove why I'm in that courtroom. And yeah, worst neighbor ever. Neighbor from hell doesn't even scratch the surface. I, I've never dealt with somebody like this in my life. I had no idea that people like her existed, really, up until this scenario. And it all started because she sent me a letter demanding that I give her a brand new fence under the good neighbor clause. And I'm like, no, you're not a good neighbor, and I'm not going to do it. But, you can build your fence anytime you want to, and I'm going to build one on this property, so I don't have to look at your property. Well, I built it, and she got mad, sent another letter, and I said, nope. She said that she had to have say-so on what kind of fence I put up. I'm like, I don't need your permission to build the fence on this property that I built. And so then she proceeded to destroy it. And that was in 2018. That was the first fence. The second fence she destroyed in 2019 after I sued her. Third fence was in 2020. And now, yeah, I'm on the fourth fence, and it's a wrought iron fence because I couldn't keep replacing the wooden fences. She's worse than a gopher. But yeah, hopefully the court cases are over with. So thanks for listening to everything I've been dealing with. And, well, as soon as I hear what the commissioner decides, I'll be sure to let you know what the commissioner decides on whether or not she's going to hold Mr. John Matteson accountable for anything, at least for destroying the property. I hope she holds him accountable in some form.